Hey guys, this is SF and welcome to Monster of the Week. This week it is going to be Arcadia, and I didn't do any of the Colossals like Pang like Arcadia because there were a lot of stuff, other new stuff, especially in the Hatchers one. I'm pretty sure more people are wonder about Hatcher, like new transcensions and stuff like that, so that's why I do those. And since this is an off week type of week, since there were no real transcensions that are out, and then the new Hatcher monsters is not that, it's kind of iffy, so why not do Arcadia, a farmable. So Nebulin is pretty hard to kill, so there's hardly any Nebulin Slayers out there. Ability, Minesweeper M, Gauge, no warp, so double abilities is always good. Strike Shot is a clone Strike Shot, so same as like Nicholas or Hakua. For those people that like those strike shots, this is really good. And then the bump combo is called Tripulse. And then sub bump combo of Rebound Spread Shot. I'm pretty sure people know about Rebound Spread Shot. Rebound Spread Shot. It's called, people call it the beads. And you see it from like Roy's and stuff like that. But the Tripulse is basically the cool thing about Arcadia. So basically it latches onto the closest enemy, whoever closest to Arcadia, and then it will spread across to all monsters of the same class. So right now, before I was hitting the mech bird, which is a mech of course, and then it will leech onto every single mech enemy in that vicinity. So right now there's two beasts for the guys with guns, and basically the Tripulse will hit there as well. So it spreads on, and then range wise, unlike people kind of compare this to Chain Lightning, but Chain Lightning is a totally different thing. But if you want to compare it to Chain Lightning, then the Tripulse has unlimited range, whether it's the first contacted enemy or the thing that goes through. It hits every single thing, like every single thing of that class. And if it's one guy, then of course it'll only hit that one guy. And damage does not decrease either, so it is always a fixed of 100k. So let's try it again. Hits the dust bunny, and then you see, just right across the map. And then the top and the bottom both got hit by the same amount of damage. Now, of course, there are pros and cons. You know, pro is that you can hit enemies wherever you want, wherever you want. Bad part number one is that it is class specified, class specific. So for this dungeon, at least, Satellite is a Nebulin, I think, and there are 0 Nebulin enemies in this stage, like in this whole dungeon. So I cannot deal more damage by either going through the mobs, because there's no Nebulin mobs. This is where Arcadia comes really helpful. One shots, one shots the total stage. But and even if you hit the boss with that Tripulse, it will not shoot to the other enemies. So damage output really depends on if the dungeon has monsters of the same class. And for people that have seen my videos, 23rd floor is the best for Arcadia because all those guys are Deantines. And basically you deal a ton of damage into that. Although he doesn't have a Slayer, you can just hit Arcadia, like a couple of Arcadias, and then it'll deal 300k right off the bat if you hit all 3. Which is pretty nice in my opinion. It's kind of blind flicking at that point. Other dungeons, there's not much that would utilize his unique bump combo. Of course, you can just use it for the abilities. The abilities are relatively good. You know, 2 nulls, Minesweeper, and it is an M as well, so it deals 2 times when you sweep a mine. And then no warp as well, so you can just use it for a filler if you need the if you don't have better monsters for that specific dungeons, like, you know, Daigoku. If you don't have really good monsters for Daigoku, then you can always bring a Arcadia, and then, you know, the Tripulse can kill the Petras relatively easily if you just hit both of them. Hit Arcadia when Arcadia is near the Petros, which is not bad in my opinion. Of course, it's not the best when you compare it to like the Hatcher monsters like Royce and Loki, but you know, it's a farmable. Better than most farmables for Daigoku in my opinion. And of course and there is basically no holes in the other areas besides the bump combo, you know. Strike shot, you know, you can clear mobs with it, although it's not the best for damage for the most part, but it's good for what it does, and it is a relatively short cooldown. And you just see me just whacking at with the Tri-Pulse. Let's keep on hitting the Tri-Pulse because why not? And the rebound spread shot is not that great. It rebounds less, and of course it deals less damage because it is a sub bump combo. But yeah, mostly his main use for now, unless there's going to be more dungeons later for him, is going to be the 23rd floor of the tower. He's a filler for Marishi, filler for Daigoku. Who else is there? You can filler him for the 28th floor of the tower because everything there is mechs as well. But of course you need to one-shot guys, but it does deal good damage to the mobs, so if you get like 2 or 3 there, then you can kill them without actually doing pinches, especially when you're not that comfortable in pinching for those during the mini boss stages where you usually die. Satellite, another good one. Roller Girl, Dromax. Actually, Dromax is better. Roller Girl has damage well, so that's why he's Arcadia is not that great. But when you compare it to like difficulty, like this dungeon is really difficult. Like Arcadia's dungeon is really difficult. So when you compare it to like difficulty over usefulness and like OPness, Arcadia is not that great. But he is unique. There's going to be dungeons for him, and I am going to die relatively soon, so I'm going to grab the heart. One reason why Arcadia is not good is because he has low damage, and he's actually the one that does the most damage on my team. Like even Rosa, unless you go for the wave, then it's pretty meh. But yeah, he's more of a filler for the most part, and he's only really good in dungeons where there's only one type of class in the whole dungeon. Like even this is kind of iffy. Let's just pinch this or not. Oh, got that pinch, which is okay actually. And let's hit Rosa. Oh yeah, he's also really good for Kushinada 0, but like I said, it's not that he is not that great in there either. Like Etherians, it's cool and all that, but you need Pierce monsters in there, and I don't think his Tri-Pulse will do that much in there, in my opinion, because there are Pierce obstructors. There are obstructors, so they actually take in more damage, so that bounce monsters don't kill them. And you know, clone strike shot. I did get a pinch, so this will probably do a lot of damage, or leak out and not do enough to kill them. But basically the same as Nicholas in terms of utility. Probably the multipliers is a little bit stronger, but either way, relatively strong monster, but he has major flaws, and he's kind of niche in terms of usefulness now. Hopefully he gets more uses later on, but his main uses is probably 28th floor and 23rd floor, and that's probably it in my opinion. Like I said, you can fill him for Daigoku, you can fill him for Kushina Zero, but he's not that great in those dungeons. But that's pretty much it for me. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.